Hey y'all, what's up? I'm Lisa Blonay and I'm back with another live video. Thank you so much for tapping into Blonay Got Tea. We are keeping up with the culture, true crime, and commentary. If you're into social media reality, go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you smash that like button and share out this live. Let's go. Hey y'all, what is up? I am back with another live stream. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate you guys coming. Look, y'all, I got some more tea from you, okay? I got some more tea from you. Now, I wanted to title this Burn Bridges and Mad Daily, but I went on ahead and decided to call and bring attention to, does Chrisean have ops? Because word on the curb is that someone close to Chrisean may have leaked the private information and photos. All right, y'all. This is what's out here on these social media streets, okay? And let me just go ahead and clarify when I say someone close to her, I don't mean necessarily as of right now, her inner circle, but what I am talking about is somebody that she may have fell out with, that she was once close to and trusted. Okay, that was who was able to get close enough to her, okay, to be able to have access to this information. Okay, I did a story, I did a live the other day, and I wanted to go ahead and add on to this because this kind of clears up what we were all trying to figure out yesterday. Okay, so let me go ahead and get into this. Let me go ahead and pull this up for y'all because if I am to believe what's going on, I believe that she may have ops in her own camp. And if you guys remember what I said when I told you that she was thinking that she had all of her enemies at bay, all of the ops at bay, well, some of the advocates for Junior, right? Which falls somewhere in the middle. But, and this is the category that we can put this person in, right? But at the end of the day, I think it's someone that she fell out with. And you know, sometimes when people take pride in the burning bridges to light the way, it comes back and bites them in the, you know what. And I feel like this is, kind of what we're looking at, right? Now, this is all over, y'all. This is all over. Now, I shared medical records that I labeled as fake. And if you guys look up the thumbnail, you guys will see it. But it seems that the diagnosis in the information that we got was so like it was so accurate as to what could possibly, and I'm holding up quotations, be what is wrong with Junior, right? Now you remember when I said I didn't believe that a doctor or nurses or even a medical team would put their career or livelihood on the line. And that's kind of where we were stumped at, right? Remember? Now, what I can say is, well. Okay. Some online investigators, yes. You know, these internet sleuths are all over it. And this is why you don't burn bridges. This is why you don't burn bridges with people too like the way, because most scoundrels are petty. Okay. They are petty and they can't wait till Mad Day. You guys remember, I always tell y'all about Mad Day. Now, let's go ahead and get into this, you guys. All right. Look, let me go ahead and take this down. Hold on, y'all. I hope everyone is enjoying their day, your Wednesday. This is Hump Day. Thank you guys so much for joining me, y'all. If you guys have already been here before, welcome back. If this is your first time, welcome. Let's go ahead and get into this tea, y'all, because I'm going to show you guys this video. And let me see. And you know, I've pointed out before while I'm pulling up the video how, Chrisean be talking to people crazy. And when you're mistreating people and using people, and I keep telling y'all that I keep telling her that her ops are in the grass. Your ops are in the grass. You think you have your ops at bay, right? She thinks she got her ops at bay, but bro, And whether it's for advocating for Junior and just really genuinely wanting to get help, or I don't know, taking a stab at Chrisean, you know what I'm saying? We don't know. But if it brings us any closer to getting help to Junior, I'm all for it. But the way that people are painting the picture, and this is not the first person or the first time that somebody has come out who has been close to Chrisean, and we're going to get into that, right? But from the picture that I'm painting, they're saying that she's not genuine. So when you're not genuine and you put up a fake front and you lie like a rug, according to Blueface, a compulsive liar, right? She trusted this person, okay? Or she was sleeping with the enemy. So let me go ahead and pull this video up for you guys, okay? And this is going to answer our question to what we were baffled on the other day, y'all. And you're welcome. Let's go.
I'm going to just tell y'all now, do y'all think a nurse is going to jeopardize her job? All of a sudden now, after people already speculated about the child and said the child had a disability, why all of a sudden now? No, the person that leaked these medical records, they was close to Chrisean. She trusted them. And if y'all ain't put two and two together, I ain't gonna say nothing until it all comes down to who had that information. Now, y'all gonna see, because I already know the TikTok detectives is already looking into it. She not gonna be able to sue nobody, because guess what? It was somebody she was close to and she trusted them, okay? And they leaked the information because now they into it. Now she no longer talks to them anymore. And who could that be? I guess we all gotta wait and see who the culprit is. But either way it go, it doesn't deter from the fact that the baby needs help, okay?
Now, if you heard what she said that somebody got access to a website. Okay, and this is all alleged. This is all alleged, you guys. That somebody got access to a website that Chrisean was on and got this information. Okay, and that's why the name and certain information is redacted on there. But this also explains why it matched the symptoms matched so closely to what we would think, right? Even looking through Google, looking through the medical, because I read a lot of it, right? I read a lot of the symptoms. I read a lot of the causes of what we read in that medical, that so-called alleged medical paper, right? Hold on, guys. Sorry, y'all. Right? So it kind of makes sense. And we're going to leave our options open, right? So this could have been what happened. And what this would mean is somebody that was close to Chrisean, that she fell out with. I want to reiterate, I'm not calling anyone out that is currently in her inner circle. But what I am saying is somebody that she fell out with, one of these bridges that she has burned, okay? Because every time she pops back out, she got a whole new team. That means there's no loyalty, right? I know your circle got smaller, everybody can't go, but you want to take somebody with you, right? You want to take your ace one, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that will keep you grounded and remind you where you came from, whether it's humble beginnings or you grew up in the burbs, just close to home, somebody that can always center you, right? A few people. But it seems like when Chrisean pops out and tried to rebrand herself or pop back on the scene, she always seems to have a whole new team. Okay. That's a red flag, but hey, we can't tell her how to move out here in these streets, right? Now, this is all over the block. And I'm going to play this one more time because sometimes it kind of catches you off guard. So I want you guys to really listen to what she is saying, okay? Somebody was looking over Chrisean's shoulder. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, maybe some pillow talk. Something is going on. You guys take a listen. I'm going to play this one more time for you guys.
Medical records being leaked, and I'm gonna just tell y'all now, do y'all think a nurse is gonna jeopardize her job all of a sudden now, after people already speculated about the child and said the child had a disability. Why all of a sudden now? No, the person that leaked these medical records, they was close to Chrisean. She trusted them. And if y'all ain't put two and two together, I ain't gonna say nothing until it all comes down to who had that information. Now, y'all gonna see, because I already know the TikTok detectives is already looking into it. She not gonna be able to sue nobody, because guess what? It was somebody she was close to and she trusted them, okay? And they leaked the information because now they into it. Now she no longer talks to them anymore. And who could that be? I guess we all gotta wait and see who the culprit is. But either way it go, it doesn't deter from the fact that the baby needs help, okay?
Who y'all think it is? If we are on the right track, right? If we are on the right track. Everything here is for entertainment purposes only and allegedly, okay? Because we don't really know. But the patchwork is coming together. It's making sense. I think this rabbit hole that we've gone down is leading us to closer and closer to the truth, okay? Because ultimately, that's why we're here, aren't we? Yeah. So, now that this is all over the block, y'all, and you can go check it out on the social media, but you know me, I'm always trying to put two and two together. All right. And if y'all look at this post right here that I'm about to put up, hold on, let me take this down. Let me see where it's at. If you guys take a look at this post right here, allegedly Chrisean may have to stay on the run. And what do we mean by that? Just not have a permanent address. She's gonna have to keep being a nomad. Okay? She's gonna have to keep being a nomad. And this is what the streets is saying, y'all. This is not me. This is what the streets is saying. Okay? She may have to stay on the run because they're saying that somebody took some photos and leaked these pictures. Okay? But not only did they do that, they turned them into the ABC boys, y'all. Now, these pictures allegedly contain Junior. Okay, these are pictures of Junior. It seems as if it's of showing him laying on a sink. So basically, Junior's private area showing that the hernia is still there, that there was some blood and poop. I assume in the diaper. Okay, they're saying that Junior was laying on a sink, and there's a picture, I assume, of his diaper with blood and poop in it, and it shows like a bloody blister on top of his hernia, y'all. We don't even know if she went in for that second surgery. We don't even know if she went in for that second surgery. And remember the lengths that Blueface went to, even though we don't agree. He went to great lengths to get her to go there. She wanted to send that baby with her family to go to that important appointment, so that she could attend, if I'm not mistaken, Jaden and Blueface's party or something like that. Whatever the case may be, Blueface has always laid it out on the line. Love him or hate him, that's not the point right now. Fuck the messenger. The message was loud and clear, but we were so bamboozled. We were so enamored. We were so hypnotized. Right? That we did not believe the words that were coming out of Blueface's mouth. But oh, how I regret that. All right? I'm not a Blueface stan. No, I'm not on his side. No. But you have to give credit where credit is due, y'all. Now, back to what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and read this right here, y'all. I hope you guys can see this. It says, if Chrisean isn't officially on the run, she will be now. Pictures, videos have been shown to a law enforcement apparently of Chrisean Jr. laying on a sink with blood and poop in his diaper and a big bloody blister on his hernia. You guys see it right here. I didn't make it up. These are the little crumbs, bird crumbs that are breadcrumbs that are leading us down this rabbit hole that we don't even want to go down. But I'm telling you, if we can help Junior in any way possible, this is what we want to do, right? This is what we want to do, is bring awareness online. We never want to take it to the streets, y'all. We never want to take it to the streets. We don't know these people, okay? We don't know these people. But this is where we are, y'all. This is where we are. And y'all, if this is true, and I'm seeming to believe that it's true, because remember, when she was on that video live, remember, and she let it slip out of her mouth and said that he had bled through, and then she caught herself and said pooped or something like that. Remember that? Let me show you guys this video. This is a short clip. Take a listen to this. She thought we didn't catch on, but there are too many internet sleuths, girl. There are too many online investigators. Okay? Even the online gangsters is on it. They're looking into this. Okay? Let's go, y'all. Just take a look at this.
Through the there's some clothes again. He bled through the. Not, why I say bled? He pooped through the. There's some clothes again. He bled through the. Not, why I say bled? He pooped through the. There's some clothes again. He bled through the. Not, why I say bled? He pooped through the. Some clothes again. He bled through the. Not, why I say bled? He pooped through the. There's some clothes again. He bled through the. Not, why I say bled? He pooped through the. There's some clothes again. He bled through the. Not, I say bled. He pooped through the. There's some clothes again. Through the. Not, I say bled. He pooped through the.
Okay, so you guys heard her loud and clear, girl. That was a Freudian slip, and you meant to say that. Who goes from he bled through to he pooped? How does that even come across your lips? Now, I'm just, y'all, this is off the record what I'm about to tell y'all right now, because I've been reading so many little tidbits and information, and I've just been surfing this web, and I want to let y'all know that's what we do. We surfing the social media, okay? This is not a seamless stream, all right? This is not a mixed stream, all right? This is something that we are doing live, and I hope that you guys are enjoying it. Some things may go wrong, but we are going to get through this. We are going to get to the bottom of this, okay? I don't promise perfection, but I do promise the truth. We got a deal? All right. So let's go ahead and get into this, y'all. Now, like I said, I read somewhere, I don't know, I didn't take no screenshot, I don't even remember, but they were saying that it was something on Blueface's side of the family, meaning that, remember when she was hanging around the grandmother, and she was hanging around Carlissa's mom, and I think Carlissa's sister, remember she went over there and was trying to be flossy Dawson, like, look where I am. I'm over my great-great-grandmother's house, and we're just chilling. Ain't been back over there since. Okay? And they were saying that they allegedly had something to do with the leaking of not necessarily this, but something. Like, I think even they are tying the pictures to them. Now, I am not for sure on this, okay? I'm just putting two and two together, but I did read that. You guys can probably look it up. I did definitely see a little clip, small clip on that, with someone talking about that. And then this is what made me bring this up, because if you guys remember, all right, if y'all my real day ones, if y'all my real wild dogs, y'all gonna know that Carlissa, and I brought it up in one of my lives. Remember, Carlissa had wrote on her Instagram or something on one of her posts that her and she I don't know if she said Papa Blue or Blue and mom are going to find out. So the reason why I say that is because I don't know the exact wording. And the first time when I brought it up for my life, it was like hell trying to find it. So I didn't even try to find it now. But trust me on this, you guys. There is a post out there that Carlissa put out that was like, don't worry, like in reference to either Papa Blue and her or her mama and her daddy finding the information on Junior. And y'all can go look that up, okay? Holla if you hear me. Holla if you hear me. And this is what makes us put all of these pieces of puzzle together. And this is the reason why I'm mentioning that part, right? This is why I'm mentioning that part. Hey, Carmen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for showing up and showing out and bringing your POV to the chat. Thank you so much. Now, y'all, this is the reason why I'm tying this together. Okay? Who would come up with something like that? And when I say, you can hear me? Okay. Let me see. Hold on. Okay. All right. Now, when I say Freudian slip, because a lot of people want to blame this on Freudian slip and do. And I'm not even going to bring it up on the screen, but I just pulled it up, right? We are on Google. Now, Freudian slip, also called parapraxis, is an error in speech, memory, or physical action that occurs due to the interference of an unconscious, subdued wish or thought, y'all. Okay? Yeah. Okay? It is a verbal slip, a verbal mistake, often a slip of the tongue, that is thought to reveal unconscious thoughts or desires. It's named for Sigmund Freud, who believed these errors could offer insight into a person's hidden feelings. Okay? You said hidden feelings are unconscious thoughts. Yes, y'all. So that's what a Freudian slip is, and did. And that's what we just witnessed, y'all. That is what we just witnessed. You guys let me know what you guys think about this, okay? And like I said, these have been given to law enforcement. You guys just saw the thumbnail that I just put up. Hold on. Let me go back to it. Wrong one. Law enforcement, y'all. Sorry about that. Law enforcement. These have been handed over to law enforcement. Okay? So if we are to believe this is true, and I showed you guys that video as well. I mean, at this point, you clearly said that. And that's why I'm saying, if this is true, she's going to have to stay on the run. And what do I mean by run? That she won't have a permanent address. She's hopping from pillar to post, whether it be a hotel, whether it be some rumor was she was staying with Sky. Rumor was she has a hotel. Rumor was she's tucked away somewhere. She got a couple of spots. I don't know what's going on, but y'all saw the post I just showed you. All we can do is pray for Junior, because we want him to get the help that he needs. Each day that passes is getting worse and worse in my eyes, and he's only suffering more and more. And you remember when I told you guys that she was paying attention to Tia and Carlissa and Blueface and making them think that they are the enemies and that she's dealing with them at arm's length. And I told you that the snakes is right at your feet in the grass. But this is what happens for people who refuse to read the room, y'all. This is what happened. So people are accusing her of like ruthless behavior. And you know that we saw the signs even before, during, and after her pregnancy. We saw it. We saw the signs before, during, and after. And crazy how no one is stepping in. And I understand the people, we saw her family speaking out in several videos. I get it. Some people even brought up the point, are they doing it for the cameras? So we have to always keep that into question, because we have a bunch of clout monsters running around here. We can't tell the difference sometimes, right? Get the boys some help quick. All right? It's just crazy. Like, we don't care about Chrisean. Like, we're not talking about Chrisean, okay? We're trying to come for, we're coming for you because of the baby. Chrisean gonna do what she want to do. And this is what happens when, we bash you for how you are, what you're doing to your child, not you, what you're doing. And this is how it happened before. Okay. This is one of the signs that we should have looked at. That somebody within the power of making a change, we're just spectators. We couldn't have did nothing about it. Okay. So I'm just generalizing this, but let me go ahead and pull this up, y'all. Okay. And remember, this is at the point where she didn't want to have this baby. She did not want to have this baby. We saw signs before, during, and after. Why did nobody step in, y'all? Go ahead and take a look at this video, because this is what happened before. And then we'll get into the present.
Support you, leave it alone. For real, I don't want to be babies. I want my baby no more, bro. You're not listening. I am listening, Moda. Let me just get the support you, leave it alone. For real, I don't want to be babies. I want my baby no more, bro. You're not listening. I am listening, Moda. Let me just get the support you, leave it alone. For real, I don't want to be babies. My baby no more, bro. You're not listening. I am listening, Moda. Let me just get the support you, leave it alone. For real, I don't want to be babies. My baby no more, bro. You're not listening. I am listening, Moda. Let me just get the support you, leave it alone. For real, I don't want to be babies.
Y'all remember that? Yeah. These were the signs. And we can't ignore it just so we can have a happy ending, just so the story sounds nice. This was a last minute decision. And the whole time, in my opinion, that she was carrying with child, she thought that she was going to be successful at no longer having a child. But what happened is she was playing tit for tat with a grown ass man. First he wanted it, then he didn't. Then he wanted it, then he didn't. Until it was so far along and she wasn't getting no type of what is it called when you pregnant? It's called prenatal care. Because remember, on the alleged fake medical records, it said that she did not have no prenatal care. Okay. On top of that, she thought that she was just going to be able to just make it go away like the other three that she brags about. Brags about. I use that word correctly. Yeah. But what happened was that somebody had other plans. And we saw how shocked she was when she went to that doctor, and that doctor told her she was 20 weeks. And we have been privy to a couple of conversations, and I've shown it many a times when she was talking with her mother, and the mom was like, the heartbeat. She even suggested that she give the baby to the mama. Remember? She was like, hell no. The mama was like, get a baby to me. She was like, hell no. So her family, which I feel she was pressured by, or at least she felt that she had to be pressured by her family, clearly on that video, I guess was the final say. And when her mama told her that heart was beating and that it was too late, this is what happened. This was where this meltdown came from. The outfits match. Yeah. So we cannot ignore this, that she didn't want this baby. She was callous. Callous. Like she was throwing away a pair of shoes. And I'm putting a 10 on it too, but you're picking up what I'm putting down, right? And out of all the people that could have changed their minds, there's a lot of people that could change their minds and make wonderful mothers. We're not saying that that couldn't happen. A lot of us know somebody or maybe was in that situation ourselves, and we're wonderful mothers, right? But sometimes it goes left, and we have to live with that reality. We have to live with that reality, y'all. And like Blueface was saying, who gonna watch the baby? That's what Blueface was saying. That's what he was telling us. Who gonna watch the baby? That's all I'm saying is when you watch these different videos, it's clear that she did not want to have the baby. The fuck? By ignoring his medical needs, by drinking, smoking, girl, like like a sailor, puffing big blunts, like puffing big blunts, like what? Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Hello, hello. Hey guys, what is up? What is up? Thank you guys so much for coming through. You said she said what she said. We have a mission, justice for Karen, for Quran Can. Yes, that's AKA Justice for Ronnie and Save Junior. Thank you so much. Yeah, y'all. Hello, hello. What is up, SCTM? What is up? Thank you guys so much for showing up. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, so this is where we're at. Someone very close to her in that industry is leaking this info. Is it that far-fetched to believe? These people are cutthroat. We see how they go after each other as a family every day. Okay, we have records to prove it. Boy, do we have receipts. Okay, we could write a book on how many receipts we have. We know who it is. Who y'all think it is? Who do y'all think it is? Carmen, I have an idea myself, but I'm gonna sit on it. Yeah, I'm going to hold my reservations. And the reason why I put Blueface on there is almost karmic because Blueface is never out of the water, y'all. Okay. Now I'll accept his womanizing because he's very straightforward. I'll accept the playboy, player, pimp, gangster. If that's what he portrayed, that's what he done told me he is. I'm either gonna accept it or kick rocks as auntie. Okay, even though he ain't talking to me, I'm going to still have an answer, right? But he been telling us. He been telling us. His hands are not clean, but he been telling us, right? He been telling us, and I feel like the way she puts him on blast is not right at all. I wouldn't do that to my worst enemy, let alone my baby daddy. And I use that term loosely, or somebody that I claim that I love, like that's my dick. Like that's my dick. Like, you just gonna throw your D out there. And I don't mean to minimize it, y'all, But if y'all from the hood or if you live real life, the fuck, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I know I'm being frivolous with it, but maybe it'll get to y'all to understand how crazy this looks. That's ruthless behavior. You don't give a fuck about nobody, not even your dick. At 25, I was fighting over dick too. At 25, bitch, I would have beat the out of your ass. Bitch, I would have protected my D at all costs. Now, although it's wrong, I never want to go back there, okay? But I am speaking the truth. She only 25 years old, girl, and you throwing someone that's set up queen. I'm telling you, that's set up queen mentality. We're not too far off. We're not too far off, okay? We're not too far off because she be real set up queenish behavior. Okay, we ain't gonna call nobody no crackhead. We ain't gonna call nobody no drug. We just gonna say you crackish. Okay, that's what we gonna say. But that makes no sense, y'all. That she would be talking about Blueface like this. Then Blueface ain't no punk. Blueface ain't no punk. Especially when it comes to this tit for tat. I'm gonna get you. You gonna get me. That's all I'm saying, y'all. It could be anybody. Anybody could be the Opps on Mad Day, or if you done burnt the bridges with him, and girl, you've been burning bridges to light the way since you stepped on the scene with a gangster lean. Okay? Since your rabbit ass came from the ultimate tag with Ronnie cheering you on in the audience after high school. You just be saying anything, huh? Thinking we ain't gonna pay attention. Girl, your peers is paying attention and the aunties is too. I don't know why you think when we get older, but somehow we get dumber or we lose touch with what's going on. No, baby, it's 2025. I am fully aware of what's popping in these streets and what's going down with what you're doing. Okay? It's just crazy, y'all. Now, this is what I wanted to get into with you guys. Let me see what you guys are saying over here because there were two things that were on that so-called I can just pull it up because this is a fraud, y'all. This has not been proven, but we are going to get into this because you know why? What that woman said is ringing so true in my ears. Okay? It is ringing so true in my ears that there were two things on there that really stuck out to me. Okay? And those two things were, let me see where this paper is. Where is it? Oh, here it go. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. I gotta turn my fan on. Hold on, y'all, because this is wait, I gotta open my window. It's hot as hell. Okay, y'all, sorry about that. I'm trying not to turn on the high ass air conditioning. All right, y'all. So when we saw this, right, this was an obscured view and screenshot or shot of the alleged, medical records that were leaked. And like that lady said, somebody might have gotten access. And it sounds like she knows something we don't know, right? Somebody could have gotten access to a website that Chrisean was logged into. Because remember, when you go to the doctor, you can always go online and check your records. You can check all that. I do it. I can go see my lab results. I can go chat with a doctor, like a physician's assistant. I can look up, I don't know if I can look up my medical records because I've never tried. I don't want to say that, but I damn sure can go check my lab records. I can check my last visit. I can check my diagnoses. I can check what the doctor put in there. Yes, all of that. My blood pressure, all of that. So what they're saying is somebody got access to a website, a medical website that Chrisean was logged into. Okay, now how that happened, I don't know, but that person would have to be trusted by her enough to get that close to her. Okay, and you know how kind of lackadaisical and kind of brash and kind of just all over the place she can be. I can easily see her like somebody looking over her shoulder and being able to see her log into something, or you know what I'm saying, on one, or she may be inebriated or something like that, and somebody, see her, her login or her password, or actually she leaves it open. I can easily see her being hapless and careless like that all day long. All day long. I can easily see this happening. But like I said, at the end of the day, we don't know, right? We do not know, y'all. We do not know. Let me see what you guys are saying in the comments. Now, let me see, guys, because I know you guys got a lot to say over here. Let's just go through the comments right quick before I go ahead and get into the two symptoms that we're going to get into. Someone very close to her in that industry is leaking info. Yes, definitely. That's exactly what I believe. That is exactly what I believe, y'all. Let me see. What is up, B Lady Raw? You said save the last can. Hashtag save the last can. Definitely and for sure. There's a lot of victims being strewn about, whether directly or indirectly affected by the decisions, the behaviors, the lifestyle that one person decides to live can affect so many. And we are seeing that, right? You say, I think Chrisean crossed the wrong person in that industry. Example, yep, ex-manager, Opps, let me be quiet. Yes, somebody. And if we are to guess, where are we going to start? She has burned bridges from James Chanel Wright to Tamar Braxton to Jay to Marsh to her ex hairstylist to her ex manager. Y'all, the possibilities are endless. Her whole damn family. They throw each other under the bus every fucking day. What? What are we saying? Eeny, meeny, miny, motherfucking mo, bitch. Any one of her sisters could have gave her the gas face. Any one of her motherfucking sisters could have gave her the gas face. We ain't even gonna go far from home. All we gotta do is sit up under the apple tree. We gonna start from that apple tree and move our way out. Tell me that ain't sad. Man, that's sad. That's sad, y'all. We starting under the apple tree. It could be our own fucking sisters. They eat each other up, spit each other out every day. I be saying some monstrous, so they be saying egregious, like they be saying some violating shit, some unlawful drags, like just exposing just like things that can have the ABC boys at your door. And then when the ABC boys come to their door, they wonder why the ABC boys is at their door. Because y'all out here playing reindeer games and it ain't even Christmas. Y'all better learn some decorum out here on these social media streets. Because if y'all don't know, what you say on this internet is being used in the court of law. And what y'all, same game y'all playing out on these streets, do not translate in a court of law. All right? And they don't want to hear your story. They don't want to hear your sob story. They don't care about your kids at home. You just about to start your career over. You've just joined the NAA. You ain't gonna use UGG no more. They don't give a fuck about that. In the court of law, it's about truth and consequences. That's what it's about. Y'all are playing penny ass games. So why didn't she get? Because her family, I'm assuming that her family talked her into it, because even the video that we just played, it's even though it's an episode, I think from Crazy in Love or something Zeus, or I don't know. I think they had some type of family show or something like that. This is a clip from one of those shows. And in this, she's breaking down with her mom. I think Taseki's in there. And they literally talked her into it, because the last words her mama said was, the heart is beating. The mama was like, give the baby to me. She was trying to come up with all this. And I'm just assuming that her family had a lot to do with her keeping her baby. And the fact that when she went to the doctor, it was really kind of, too late. Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's too. She was 5 weeks. So I'm not too sure. But, that's, was it 5 weeks? I mean, 5 months. 5 months, guys. It was 20 weeks. That's how long she was. So I think that's like 5 months, you're almost halfway, so I don't know, you guys, but there was a reason why, and this is where we are now. She was baking Junior in that hot spot. They told her not to be in there pregnant. Oh yeah, yeah, you're not supposed to even be in there. Oh, that's why the cat. That's why it was labeled that, right? She don't want to be famous no more. Bet she still want. Yep, but she still want to be famous. Yep. Now, y'all, let's go ahead and get into this, you guys. Hold on. Let me go ahead and bring this up because we got to get into this. Now, like I said, there was two conditions that was on here that I wanted to talk about. And like I said, by ignoring his medical needs, one of the diagnoses on here was called palliative care. And let me see if I can blow this up a little bit for us. Hold on. Where is it? Okay, so let's see. Okay, so one of these up here is, where is palliative care at? Because somebody was speaking on one of these specialists specializes in palliative care. Now, I don't know which one it is, but I wanted to go ahead and just explain to you guys that palliative care, and let me go ahead and give you the definition because I'm about to crucify it, I know, okay? And I don't want to do that. I crucified another word on here, y'all, and Moni's Slaughter went on ahead and corrected a sister in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. And I appreciate that. But I don't want to crucify no more words, y'all. Let me see. Hold on. Let me go ahead and go so I can actually pull this up, okay? And the point I'm trying to make is palliative care is used to prolong someone's life. And in my eyes, I think that he needs 24/7 care, or at least daily care or daily therapy, right? And each day that he doesn't go with that, I feel like he's getting worse. Now, let me look up palliative care so that we can get the definition of this. And I will share it with you guys right quick before I get into this story. And I do have about a 2.5 minute video, you guys, but I want to just prepare you guys for what you guys are about to see. And the reason why I'm bringing this up and getting ready to show you the video is to bring awareness and to let you know what's going on these social media streets. Because remember, at the end of the day, we be sitting on the sidelines, okay? Like, we don't really play. Every day. Fuck what anybody say. Okay, can't see you because the money in the way. Real nigga, what's up? We are the third party, okay? So I'm just bringing you what's already there. I've just put it in a pretty little package, all right? Or an ugly one as far as what we're talking about, right? But the good spot is that we are spreading awareness. Let's go ahead and get into what palliative care means. It's just a short definition, y'all. It's nothing major. Let me go ahead and take this down. And thank you guys so much for showing up. Make sure that you smash that like button. And go out and share this live because it gets us into the algorithm. What am I bringing up? Oh, hold on, y'all. Hold on, you guys. Let me take this down and bring up the definition right quick before we go on. All right. Let me blow this up so you guys can see it a little bit more. Now, palliative care is specialized medical care focused on improving the quality of life for people with serious illnesses, providing relief from symptoms and stress. It can be provided at any stage of illness alongside curative treatment and involves a team of healthcare professionals working with the patient's doctor. Now, let's go ahead and get into a little bit more of the detail of what that means. Focus. Palliative care aims to improve quality of life for both the patient and their families by managing symptoms like pain, fatigue, nausea, breathlessness, as well as addressing emotional and spiritual needs. Who provides it? A specialized team of doctors, nurses, and other health professionals, including social workers and chaplains, collaborates to provide support. Timing. Palliative care can be initiated at any stage of serious illness, including at the time of diagnosis, and can be received concurrently with a curative treatment, not just for end of life. While often associated with hospice care, palliative care is distinct and can be received even if a patient is still pursuing treatment aimed at curing or controlling their disease. Benefits. Palliative care helps patients and their families cope with the physical, emotional, and spiritual challenges associated with the serious illness, improving overall well-being and quality of life. Integration. Palliative care can be integrated into various settings, including hospitals, clinics, and even the patient's home. Okay, so we see in that definition that this is very important care. Okay, this is very, very important care, you guys. And I feel like each day without this, he's getting worse. Right now, Chrisean is on the bad moms list for definitely, for sure. And this is so sad for us to even be speaking of. And this is the situation. This is the situation. Somebody, not us, we're just bringing awareness, but someone who has the power and the capacity to do something needs to get to Junior and do it quickly. Because at the end of the day, she had choices, right? She had choices. And Chrisean wants to tell us it's fine and to mind our own business. And that's supposed to be good enough for us. No, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. Now, I want to show you guys this video that I came across because another one of these symptoms that I wanted to go over is seizures. And that's what we're seeing when we looked at this, right? Now, this is fake. We do not know. This has not been substantiated, has not been vetted, has not been proven by any stretch of the imagination. But if we were to even take into consideration what that lady said in that video, this could very well be true. This could very well be true. Okay? And the only people that would be affected by the HIPAA law is the people that agreed to the HIPAA law. Okay? Talking about this, no one's going to get in trouble. Okay? Talking about this. All right? It would have to be the people that agreed to the HIPAA law. If I'm not mistaken, you guys can go ahead and correct me. Okay? But let's go ahead and get into this because one of the other conditions that may or may not, we may or may not be looking at is the seizure disorder, y'all. Now, there were people out here on these social media streets, like I said, shout out to the online investigators, okay, that are out here and the internet sleuths, because this is what they came up with, y'all. This is what I found, all right? And this has to do with the seizures. Let me see, guys. Come on. Now, like I said, I feel like Junior might need 24/7 care, and he's not getting that. He's not getting that, and he's not even getting an 8-hour shift, like, which is shameful. But if you guys also remember that this list that I'm showing you right now had with seizures, and people have been talking about this on the internet. They have been putting videos together, researching, and really coming up with this patchwork that I'm about to show you, okay? That I'm about to give to you all right now, because people are saying that Junior is suffering from seizures right up under our nose, right in front of our eyes. Not only just right up under our nose, but right in front of our eyes, you guys. Let me see, hold on. Let me put this back down. whether Chrisean is holding him or if he's in the stroller, right? We see him in certain instances, and they are noticing that some of the things now, right? None of us are doctors. Let's just be reminded. None of us are doctors, y'all, but we are all smarter than fifth grader, okay? And I keep dragging common sense into 2026. Feel free to use some of my common sense, all right? Now, we're not going by what you think. We're not going by what I think. We are going by what we see, all right? So let me go ahead and pull this up, guys. And I want you guys to take a look at this. Hold on. Right under our nose. And like I said, whether she's holding him, whether he's in a stroller, they are noticing that, you know, and like I said, I'm vouching for them too, because none of us are doctors, but we are going to explore this, and I'm going to give it to you as it is, as I found it. And then you can do your own research and come up with your own conclusions. Okay. I encourage you to do so. All right. I'm going to hold my reservations because that's what I can do until the end of this video, but feel free to give your POV in the chat. Let's go. Hold on, you guys. I'm going to bring it up. Thank you guys so much for checking in with me. Y'all, make sure y'all share out this video. And if you guys are feeling the vibe, go ahead and subscribe, all right? Become part of us, all right? Thank you guys so much. Hold on, you guys. Let's see. And I will see what you guys are saying in the comments as well. Let me make sure you guys can hear me, because sometimes my raggedy ass sound be going out. And oh yeah, y'all can hear me. All right, so hold on, you guys. Let me go ahead and pull this up for you. Hold on. Let me get this video up. Oh, I can't. Oh, can I get out of it? Oh, no, I can't. Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm tripping. I was trying to bring it full screen, but hold on. Just let me do it like this, because y'all might not be able to hear it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate you. Hope you guys are enjoying your hump day with me, because y'all, we are trying to get to the T, okay? We are trying to make it make sense together, all right? And I'm so glad that you guys are with me. All right, hold on. Let me go ahead and bring this up. Now, this is what I found, y'all. I'm going to show you as it is, raw and uncut, baby. All right, let's go. All right, y'all.
Seizures in babies are more common than you might expect. When it happens, you may see the baby's eyes rolling.
Were people who honored those who had
Okay, before I play this video, let me give you guys a little context. And by that, I mean I'm going to read what is on the screen, okay? Let me go ahead and look at this so I can read what is on the screen. Now it says, Preacher Before Seizure, a short story of Chrisean Sr. carelessly watching Junior seizing. Hashtag Save Junior. There's one more thing that I want to read you guys. Hold on, okay? It'll give you a little context before I play the video.
hi.
Okay, so if you guys are looking right here, let me go ahead and read what this says, okay? It says credit to Reddit are exposing Chrisean. You guys see the credit is already up there. Now it says absent seizure. An indication of simple absent seizure is a vacant stare, which may be mistaken for a lapse in attention that lasts about 10 seconds, though it may last as long as 20 seconds without any confusion, headache, or drowsiness afterward. Signs and symptoms of absent seizures include sudden stop in motion without falling, lip smacking, eyelid flutters, chewing motion, finger rubbing, and small movements of both hands. Let's go ahead and get into this video. Wait, let me make sure it's up all the way. Oh, wait, one more thing. Hold on, y'all. I didn't know there was more to read. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. All right. Fetal alcohol spectrum disorder linked to high prevalence of epilepsy. All right. This was released September 18th of 2020. Summary originally posted in Science Daily, and it goes on to say fetal alcohol spectrum disorder refers to a range of negative developmental outcomes that result from maternal drinking during pregnancy. Children with FASD can suffer from many problems, including epilepsy, and a new study has found a much higher prevalence of epilepsy history of seizures in individuals with FASD. Pause to read. Just so we're clear, Chrisean is absolutely aware that Junior has seizures. She just chooses to ignore them, the same way she chooses to ignore Junior completely. The clips in these videos show that she is obviously aware when Junior begins to seize. Let's go.
Say hi. Hi, my boo boo boo.
Seizures in babies are more common than you might expect. When it happens, you may see the baby's eyes rolling.
Were people who honored those who had.
I have notes in my phone. Who got my phone?
You have what?
Arms or legs stiffening.
By the wayside. Yes, sir. And they told him about a man named Jesus who was on his way by. And that blind man hollered out, Jesus, Son of God, have mercy on me. Son of God. But I couldn't have taught better than God speaking. And won't see this many people at the altar. They're I promise you.
Put prayer hands, y'all. Everybody that love me in the chat. Say hi. Hi, my boo boo boo.
Seizures in babies are more common than you might expect. When it happens, you may see the baby's eyes rolling.
Were people who honored those who had.
I have notes in my phone. Who got my phone?
You have what?
Okay, you guys, it says Chrisean notices Junior staring at the light and starts tickling him to break him from having a seizure, allegedly. As soon as Chrisean sees Junior give that blank stare, she won't take him to the pediatric neurologist. She will just casually tickle him or kisses until he becomes aware. This is another child, and someone is describing this. He would stare off into space or at a light, shake his head, roll his eyes frequently. I took this video and sent it to his pediatrician. Okay, so this is someone who had a diagnosis who is openly probably sharing this on their social media, okay, just to bring awareness. He begins to blank stare, then notices Chrisean starts tapping on his arm. This is her way of caring for Junior. This is why she always covers his face when they're on camera. She's trying to break his seizure. Another concerned parent who obviously shared this online says she was so concerned with his eyes rolling and the fact that he would drop his head immediately after, she referred us to a pediatric neurology. Blank staring, eyes rolling, fingers rubbing, dropped head.
Arms or legs stiffening.
Goes on to say he would freeze up randomly and then resume whatever he was doing.
By the wayside. Yes, sir. And they told him about a.
Chrisean just watching her helpless son seize. She always looks annoyed with Junior, like she's not the cause of his disabilities. Now, this is from the POV from the person who put this and edited this video together. I am simply bringing what I found. Okay, you guys? This is on the internet. We've already given credit for where credit is due. Okay?
A man named Jesus who was on his way by. And that
Notice Junior's hands stiffened and clenched, and he's not moving.
blind man hollered out, Jesus!
Chrisean, who is very aware that Junior has seizures with no expression on her face, began shaking his arm to break him from his seizure.
Son of God, have mercy on.
Then, after she realizes Junior finished seizing, she grabs her phone instead of making sure Junior is okay. Neglect, CPS, popos, security, somebody, help, help, help.
On me.
Junior is completely out of it for the moment. This has nothing to do with his vision. This is Junior having absent seizure, which is what I want to go ahead and point out is not all seizures do you fall out and like we normally would picture a seizure. Is not how all seizures happen. There are different kinds of seizures, and this one just so happens to be called an absent seizure, almost a silent one, right? Very subtle, not as extreme as we probably imagine or even have experienced. Junior's beginning to seize again. Junior's hands, feet, and body are clenching up. This is why she kept rubbing Junior's feet during that church service.
But I couldn't have taught better than God speaking.
Junior looks so malnourished here. This is some sick ass ish to witness. CPS, where are you? They're saying Chrisean is evil. Hashtag cancel Chrisean.
And won't see this many people at the altar.
Somebody says, I can't even count how many seizures this poor child had during this service. So you guys see this video that I found, and I don't know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think there is some truth to this? Because I do. I believe that this is possible. Let me see what you guys are saying in the comments. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. And to think that Blueface was giving us hints, clues, and every damn thing else. Yeah, y'all. What do y'all think about this? What do you guys think? Said she knew the baby wasn't for Blueface. It wasn't Blueface's baby. She don't want to be famous no more, but stay on the internet. If prenatal to her substance abuse, then she had a lot of that. Yeah. She didn't have any prenatal care. Remember what that thing, what the medical record said? Well, the leaked, I guess it was a leaked screenshot, right? You said, I wonder if the ex-manager felt Chrisean had something to do with Ronnie's unaliving. Yeah, I respectfully remove herself from Chrisean. Wasn't that, what is that? Was that Rick Ross's? Who was that? Somebody baby mama or something like that? Oh, Whack 100? Was that Whack 100's like ex or something like that? Baby mama? Yeah, I believe her ex-manager knows something. I mean, she is, yep, there you go. She is Whack 100's ex-wife, and he was the first one to report on it. Yep, that boy had passed. I'm telling y'all, oh, what a tangled web we weave. When first we practice to deceive. It just sounds like it goes with it. I just said it. She is differently quiet. Has she said anything about this? You guys would definitely probably know before I would. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I don't know why this keeps jumping. So I can't see y'all comments. So I may not get all y'all comments. I'm sorry. Your sound is great. Thank you so much. Thank you. I think she's waiting and wanting to pass him to pass. She had that baby thinking Blue would make him his favorite. Yep. Listen to the $1 Million Baby. Yeah. What happened to all that? What happened to all that? Welcome, Shanika. Thank you. You say facts. I be damned. That just pisses me the F off. Yeah, y'all. You guys see what they noticed? I would have never even thought that. I would have never even thought that. You said right, Shanika, but her curveball came when he came out looking for Ronnie. So Blue knew it wasn't his baby. And she knew Blue wouldn't be attached to him. She did not want to have his baby, y'all. I don't know what her game plan is, what her agenda is, but girl, we don't know what your game plan is. God forgive me, but in my eyes, this baby will pass, and that's when and will she be over with? Because baby, no matter which way the cookie crumbles, you're gonna go to jail. You're gonna go to jail. What is up, Karen757? Hello, hostess and chat. Thank you so much for coming in and greeting us all. I appreciate that. You said that, Kim, we are not perfect. However, we care for our kids and we got them help if needed. Praying at this point is no good for this girl. After all, faith without works is dead completely. And God goes by the intent of your heart. So that X's out a lot of stuff, right? He gets straight to the intent of your heart. You'll never get past that. You can go through as many scriptures and find the highways and byways, but at the end of the day, that's what God goes by. So you can't fake that. You can fool us. We won't know, right? That's why we have to leave it up to God. The finality, the judgment. No, we're just giving our POV, right? We're never going to have the final say, and we're never going to be the judge of any of these people because we don't know y'all. You guys remind us all the time, right? Okay. So we're never going to have finality over these people. We don't know. God can come through, perform a miracle. Everybody can turn their life around. Everybody can live happily ever after, right? Or we can continue to watch the train wreck where it's going to end up one of three ways: jail, unalive, or in a hospital. That's where they want. That's what they want. That's what they want. They are, by continuing to behave like this and going on the trajectory that she's going, she's basically daring the universe to show her better than the universe can tell her. Okay? When you move on this trajectory, you are basically challenging, you are daring, you are calling out this universe to basically call your bluff. And you're going to end up one of three ways as being a human being. Okay? And you going against the grain. And I know the law is not perfect, but it is in place. What are we going to do about it? Are we going to overthrow you know what I'm saying, the powers that be? I don't think so. We can't even get it together in the hood. You can't even get it together in your suburban neighborhood, okay? Because y'all be in shambles too over there, okay? I watched the whole Johnny Depp and motherfucking Amber Heard trial, and you guys be nutsoles over there, okay? It just be a lighter shade of crazy. All right. So don't think for a minute, just because somebody got money, somebody in a bird, they be in that mansion acting a whole ass nut. And if you even stepped your toe into the Diddy trial, you would know that too, that he was acting a black ass, rich ass, billionaire, millionaire ass fool. Okay. I'm going to shake a homeless person the same way I shake a motherfucking lawyer's hand. I'm not fooled. So let's go ahead and get into this, because guess what? Either way it goes, girl, you're going to be in trouble. Any way you slice, it's gonna come up peanuts, ho. It's gonna come up peanuts. Chrisean has not been streaming with the million. She ain't. Thank you for coming through, whoever you is. SCTM, thank you, bro, because I don't even be going over there. So she don't be streaming. Because I was kind of scared, but I don't really see a lot of clips from it. So, but I don't go over there, y'all. It's too much, y'all. Okay. To be following around a 25-year-old on 4 or 5 different platforms, girl, I'll go crazy. Okay. So y'all got to step in and help a sister. Hey. So she ain't been streaming over there in the $1 Million Kick, huh? That's what I was trying to hear. Because I couldn't find it. I don't even know how to even I even opened up a Kick, but I ain't even been over there. I don't even, y'all. I'm trying to hold on. Okay. You say everyone's suspiciously quiet except for Carlissa, of course. Oh, Carlissa over there running her mouth. I'm gonna have to go visit Carlissa page too. You know what? I'm gonna put notifications on for a few people like Carlissa and things like that. But the only thing is, I'd rather talk about it and show you guys clips because that's how I got in trouble and got demonetized in the first place because I was catching everybody live and not commenting on it. But I'm gonna put a few people on notifications, y'all, so I can just be more up on it. Yeah, we'll do that. What's up, Miss Lady? He said, just to let you know, the Rock Tards are reporting pages in groups because they are insane. Oh my God. Thank you, girl, for letting me know that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully I'm following the YouTube rules and guidelines and saying the right verbiage, but I think we're a little bit in too deep because if you guys don't know, my channel goes back years covering Chrisean. So I would have, a hell of a cleanup to do, y'all. Okay. So I think we're pretty good with the YouTube rules, but thank you so much for letting us know because I know how that can be. Okay. I know how that can be. But we definitely don't hate Chrisean over here, but we stand on the side of truth and common sense. And, that's just how it has to be. That's just how it has to be. Sometimes you have to take the road less traveled and take your chances on it. And we don't want this to end up in a tragedy because then what y'all gonna do? Then what y'all gonna do? We're gonna be sitting up here saying the same things that we saying now. Say, for example, 1 month, 2 months, 6 months down the line, we still gonna, what people gonna say? The same motherfucking shit we saying right now. Why didn't anybody do anything? Couldn't there been anybody to step in? Who saw the signs? That's what the fuck we're doing right now. The fuck? Same thing we're saying now is the same thing y'all gonna be saying 3 months, 6, 9 months, 9. This is not gonna get any better. Hello. You guys know what insanity is, right? Or do I, in doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result? This is where we're at. All right. She's been locked down and came back out on the same old train. That's insanity to me. That's not growth. That's insanity to me. And that can only end one of 3 ways. And I mean, that's what you have. That's what you have. That's it. So she's gonna be explaining between bars, in between looking through bars, or while you recuperating in the hospital, girl. While you recuperating in the hospital, we're gonna be out here putting it all together. Just still, we're gonna be saying the same thing, right? I am sarcastic. You said meaning she have to do her part while we are praying for her and her baby. So what goodwill of our prayers do if her herself won't help move those mountains? Stop it. Well, we have to spread out positivity. We can't let other people's actions and beliefs and what they do dictate what we're doing when we're working towards goodness and awareness, right? We're trying to be positive here. And so every prayer counts because we're not praying for her and for her to hear it and for her to acknowledge it. We are praying to God because everything is in God's hands, whether we pray or not, right? So our heart and our intent and our actions are in the right place, and that's what counts. We want to be pleasing. Well, I want to be pleasing in God's eyes. Okay? So it doesn't matter if she accepts it or not. I want to be pleasing in God's eyes. And as long as I'm doing the part, I feel good about what I'm doing, you guys, because I do spread awareness. We're not just sitting up here yapping our jaws and wishing her to hell and putting her down and attacking her physically or wishing or doing anything like that. We're not doing anything like that. We give props where props is due, and we keep it pushing, y'all. So, but thank you so much. I'm sarcastic for your comment, and thank you for bringing your POV. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Let me see. Hold on. Carlissa, you said Carlissa's only saying that her grandson for a money grab. She knows what is real. She's going to play on until she can't play anymore. Oh, okay. Oh, you said I'm replying back to Kim, not you. I was letting her know Rock has to do her part while we're praying. Oh, okay, okay. I apologize. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I think y'all Truth Platform should continue speaking. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, you guys, look, either way it goes, we're going to pull up this chart because either way it goes, girl, you are not going to like the outcome. And I'm going to pull this up now. This is somebody that put this together. This was not from Google. This was from the same stream that I got the seizure compilation video from. We're going to look at this because they even explain that they put this together themselves, okay? This has not been vetted. This has not been verified in any type of way, shape, or form. But let me go ahead and pull this up. Uh-oh, where is it? Okay, hold on, you guys. Now, let me take this video down and bring this up. Now, underneath this, and the reason why I'm saying this is because underneath this comparison that we are about to watch, the person who put this together explicitly, okay, left a message up under this, but I cropped it out. And they said that they put this together themselves. So that's the reason why I'm reiterating this, because the person who originally posted this also left a message up under it explicitly saying that they put this together, okay? So I just want to let you guys know that, all right? All right. Now, as far as intervention or neglect is concerned, and I wish, wait a minute, hold on, y'all. Because maybe I can read it. Hold on, you guys, so we can get the full picture. Because I cropped it out, but you know, when you crop a picture, you can go back and revert it. So let me see, what is this? So I can actually tell y'all what they said. I'm gonna revert it back to the original and just go ahead and read it, okay? Now, it says, I made a T-chart on the two possible outcomes of this situation. We are at a very crucial point right now where either someone, where either someone in her family or circle step up for Junior, or Junior continues to get neglected and ignored. They say, what is done in the dark will always come to light. So to Chrisean and her friends and her family who are enabling her, I know, she says, I know, hold on, because I got to make it go up. She says, I know y'all be in here, and I hope you read this. Just know there's no escaping this. So do what's best for Junior and get him some help. Now she goes on to say, now, and get him some help now, because pretty soon it will be too late. And Chrisean, you will be held accountable. Your time is running out. She also goes on to say the person who put this together, and it was posted right along with the video of the seizures, okay? This was posted right along in the same thread, okay, you guys? I took a screenshot and I'm sharing it with you. She goes on to say, and there's a lot of evidence against you. You're done, Rock Tard. Now, it goes on to say even more. And for everyone here who's been here watching over Junior, this is all karmic and spiritual. Divine intervention, and this is the message under, this is not my message, and divine intervention will come. The spirit realm, especially, don't play when it comes to harming a baby. Chrisean will be dealt with. This is, let me see, hold on, just the beginning. So this is the message that was just up under this, you guys. And I went on ahead and just cropped it so you guys could see intervention or neglect and how this could go either way. All right. This is just a hypothesis. And like I just explained, you guys are a pretty smart bunch. Okay. You guys are a pretty smart bunch. You guys are picking up what I'm putting down, y'all. All right. You guys are picking up what I'm putting down. You say, I think she left those papers there or planted them herself. She doesn't want to handle them anymore. Oh my God. What is up, Karen? What is up? Okay, you guys, I got to take your comments down so we can get into this. Now, if you guys look over, it says intervention versus neglect. All right. So intervention, someone steps up and gets Junior help. Neglect, people continue to ignore Junior and enable Chrisean. Medical neglect, it goes down to the next. Medical neglect will be revealed and come to light. There is no evidence or record of him going to the doctor, but has a chance at getting some early intervention. Now, as far as the neglect side, Junior's condition gets worse. He either becomes permanently unresponsive or succumbs to his medical conditions. And I know this, guys, I know this is really, really serious talk, right? And it's something that we don't want to look at, but it's something that needs to be discussed because it is possible. If what we're saying is true, if any of those medical conditions are true, and we are just speaking in generally speaking, someone that drinks and smokes and does possibly more substance, pills, and potions throughout their whole pregnancy, there is bound to be a plethora of things that can and will and might go wrong. Now, does it happen in every instance? No, it does not. Are we doctors? No, we're not. But in this specific case that we are talking of, we know that something is not right. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see this. Let's keep going. Now, if you look on the intervention side, CPS will get involved and she may lose custody permanently or temporarily. Some people are saying that's what she wants. I don't know. But on the neglect side, her public image will forever be tarnished and she will be exposed. Intervention, she may face legal consequences for prenatal substance abuse, emotional abuse, and failure to provide basic needs. Now, on the neglect part, she will face criminal charges for criminal negligence or involuntary manslaughter. Gets deep, you guys. On the intervention side, she will no longer have public support and her fans will no longer be able to defend her. On the neglect side, the media, general public, and other public figures will eat her alive. Now, I don't know if you guys can see towards the bottom, it says on the intervention side, it says she will be known as the woman who drank and smoked and caused lifelong disabilities to her child. And on the neglect side, it says she will be known as the woman who let her baby suffer to unalivement for clout. This is the dark possibilities that we are looking at, guys. And I want you to take this very, very seriously. This is not for entertainment purposes only. This is for awareness and to sound the alarm that Junior needs help. We are not worried about Chrisean. Chrisean gonna do what she want to do, girl. We not coming after you. We're coming after you. The only reason why you're getting our attention is because of Junior. That's the only reason why. And you just telling us that he's fine and we need to mind our own business. And everybody listens. That's good enough to silence us, the ones that want to ring the alarm. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. So you guys see kind of this outcome that is possible, y'all. None of this has been vetted, okay? I read the precursor to this. I gave you guys context into everything that I gave you guys, showed you guys today. Now it's up to you to do your own research, or maybe I've done enough research for you and you can come up with your own conclusions, okay? Let me go into the chat and see what you guys are saying. Let's see. Yeah, y'all. You said Kiara, she's staying at Roy's house on his kick playing video game. She is? Oh, Roy is her new boyfriend. Girl, I'm thinking you talking about because somebody said she was staying with Sky. I don't even know what Sky boyfriend name is, but girl, that's what I thought she was talking about. Oh yeah, he kind of brown skin, huh? The new guy she's with. Okay. Because I remember seeing some videos. I'll be peeking in the videos because he got him some cereal or something like that. So I did watch a few. You're right. I did watch a few of those videos. But thank you for keeping us up to speed. Thank you for keeping us up to speed. What is up, Hudson Saint? Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. Hey there, y'all. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming in. You say they are not lying. Somebody said, I think she left those papers there, planted them. Okay, I read that already. Let me see. Let's go. OMG. Who in Chrisean family can care for him? What did you say? They shady and can't care for them himself. What you think? What you saying? What you saying? Yes, we are. They throw each other under the bus every day, girl. They probably like, I'll watch him. Then the next day, go get him. I'm about to leave him out on the bus. Lord, I wouldn't leave my baby with nah. You say she wants that so they can take care of his medical needs for free. She need to quit being trifling. Is what needs to be done. And she rather plan for coming out tour with kids and not focus on Junior. Exactly, y'all. See, this is what I'm saying. And what this lady said makes a perfect sense, okay? What this lady said makes perfect sense. The older two will have some sense, and we never see them. Yeah, like Tareen. I think Tareen kind of mad because she's supposed to open up that restaurant with Chrisean, and Chrisean left her hanging like some old clothes. Clock it. Thank you. Let's clock it, baby. I don't know, y'all. What y'all thinking? Let's see. You said, I always felt she was going to sacrifice him. Y'all, jail. That's what I'm thinking. That's the lesser of two evils, right? That's the lesser of three evils, right? Because you either going to be 6 feet under or you're going to be in the hospital. Either you're going to be 6 feet under or you're going to be in the hospital. Y'all, I'm choose jail. That's the lesser of three evils. You say, Hudson, you are right. But do you think they want to get involved? That's probably why they stay shut the fuck up. Okay? Anything is possible, y'all. Anything is possible. Big question. Why hasn't CBS picked him up yet? That's what we are saying. Now, on this same thread, they were saying, I don't know if this was a rumor, they were saying CPS was like, if you see Chrisean in LA or out and about, call. That's not to me how CPS move, but I don't have a lot of experience with CPS. All right. I have an incident. We ain't even gonna get in that because that's boring, but I've dealt with them for a few months. with an incident that I was going to be adopting a child, but that's about it. Okay. I know of their cruelty and failure, failing children. I know that things happen that shouldn't happen. I know kids get placed in the homes that are just as abusive as the ones they were brought out of. I'm not dumb. I'm not stupid. Ain't nobody cheering for no CPS. Okay. But we have to do what we have to do. I mean, do you guys have a list of maybe some possible, family members? I done already said Carlissa. Okay. I don't know why she don't just, Carlissa would be a good candidate if the baby is Blueface's. If not, guess what? Ronnie's family would be a good candidate. I think it would be an excellent choice. And who else is asking for a DNA test right now? Who else? Ronnie's family. You guys remember the live I did where the sister spoke up. As a matter of fact, she commented under somebody's post because Tamar, no, there was an interview done. I don't know who did the interview. And Tamar, who commented under, no, not Tamar. I'm sorry, y'all. Tiny commented, people being freaky, saying it's just insanity that y'all are tripping or whatever she said. And then under that post, Ronnie's mama's sister came, I think it's his auntie. She came and blew up the spot, okay? And ultimately, what it ended up being is she was like, why y'all not asking Chrisean why she not giving us our DNA test? So who wants the DNA test? The people who possibly could be related to Junior, okay? And it gets messier and stickier every day, don't it? Don't it? So many questions unanswered, but what we do know is that there is one way to skin a cat. And what do I mean by that? There's one way to get medical records. We were thinking the traditional way, right? Like somebody actually going into the facility, bringing them out, leaking them, somehow doing it like that. No. Because what this lady said opens a whole new avenue to what could possibly have went wrong.
Leaks, and I'm gonna just tell y'all now, do y'all think a nurse is gonna jeopardize her job all of a sudden now, after people already speculated about the child and said the child had a disability? Why all of a sudden now? No, the person that leaked these medical records, they was close to Chrisean. She trusted them. And if y'all ain't put two and two together, I ain't gonna say nothing until it all comes down to who had that information. Now, y'all gonna see, because I already know the TikTok detectives is already looking into it. She not gonna be able to sue nobody, because guess what? It was somebody she was close to and she trusted them, okay? And they leaked the information because now they into it. Now she no longer talks to them anymore. And who could that be? I guess we all gotta wait and see who the culprit is. But either way it go, it doesn't deter from the fact that the baby needs help, okay? Medical records being...
Wait a minute. What did you say? Nah, Sky kicked her to the curb and they have not hung out since the live stream at the dentist? What? You saying she hasn't hung out with Sky since they was at the dentist? I didn't even know Sky went to the dentist with her. See, that's why I like when y'all be in the chat, because y'all be putting me up on the T and y'all be putting me in the mix. Thank you so much, y'all. I love when y'all chat and just put me up on the mix. I don't know everything, y'all. Okay? I don't know everything. All right? So thank y'all for putting your input and not being afraid to, really be authentic. Thank y'all. Save Junior all day long. All day long. Somebody said she got to stop dodging CPS. She don't have no address. And they have many cases too. I believe it. I believe it. She deserves this. That BI needs to be in prison. See, some kids think you need to be in prison, girl. These are the people that are speaking, okay? These are the masses, all right? These are the sector of society that want to do good, be good, and see good. All right. We're going to look out for the helpless, the children, and the animals. People that cannot defend themselves. So it would be the defenseless. Right? Right? I don't know, y'all. Sorry, I'm late to the chat. Welcome, Whitney. Whitney, what's up? One of my day ones. Thank you so much for showing up, girl. Better late than never, but never late is better. Okay? Okay. You made it, girl. You said I thought she was just with Sky on an island. I don't know. I'm gonna check more into it, y'all. But girl, she be doing too much. It be like I say, every time I cover something, I lose a few brain cells, y'all. Okay. You do not want me to run around running ragged, trying to chase her over on these social media streets. Okay. You do not want me to do that. I gotta even out my time and stuff. Remember, when we get off this social media reality, we is not thinking about none of these. Well, we still thinking about Junior. We still thinking about Junior. I be thinking about animals that be injured. I be thinking about Junior. Like, I wonder if Junior's all right from time to time. I do. Because I genuinely am concerned. As if he was related to me. Or as if I could do something. Like she gonna be, like she gonna call me. Hey, Lisa. Yeah, girl, I see. That's how I care. That's not what I'm expecting. That's how much I care about a cause or a person, right? That's just how it is. So I do from time to time, almost every day. I do think about, like, I wonder what he's doing. I wonder how he's doing. Just a glimpse, and he comes across my mind. So, and you're gonna pray for innocent children, whether the mama wanted to or not, whether it does any good or not. Because when you pray for that innocent child, God, it will go from your from your lips to God's ears. That's powerful. That means something when the right person prays. When the right person prays, that's just like when the right person lays hands on you. You don't want everybody to pray for you. But when the right person prays, miracles can happen. So yes, pray. We don't know who is right, who wrong, but God is going to separate all the mundane and the frivolous from the true-hearted people that really want to see good. Because, we're one or more gathered, y'all. There's 150 y'all in here. All right? So do good even when no one's watching, even when you don't get credit for it, because someone is watching, the right person. The fuck? You're storing up blessings for yourself. When you do things, even if no one's watching, when you do good deeds, it's what you do when no one's watching, when you think no one's watching. When no one's watching, what are you doing? What is your demeanor? What is your character, your integrity, your morals? That is what that consists of. What you do when no one's watching. And if it's good, you store up blessings and good karma. If it's bad, you store up curses and bad karma. It's simple, right? Simple, y'all. But at the end of the day, we know that this could be very possible what this lady is saying, okay? And this is not the first time that someone has spoke out against Chrisean. Because like I said, every time she pops back out, she has a whole new team. That is never a good thing. And like I said, I know circle gets smaller. Everybody can't go. I get it. You can't carry everybody on your back. But a few good men is what you need. Now, maybe not so much, right? Because Megan, the Stallion, and Kelsey fell out, and she had a few good men. And, it may not always turn out, but you guys understand what I'm saying. When you just get a whole clean slate and you get a whole new, and there's no loyalty, that's a scary, scary thing. That's scary. But in this case, I believe it. And this is not going to be the first time that someone has spoke up. Now, there were many videos out there. Now, let me just say, remember, we just saw AJ, Chrisean's ex-best friend, feeling it, airing her the fuck out. Let's not forget China that we just heard. We just heard Chastity tearing Chrisean a new asshole. All right? Taseki up here on Jason Lee and inferring that she may have had something to do with the unaliving, okay? I just let y'all hear Quail, the best friend of all the family members, if you ask me. But allegedly, Trauma, Chastity's baby daddy that's no longer here, which she was also tied to his unaliving. I mean, this is the story. This is Tales from the Hood. Okay, this is the gift that keeps on giving. I just heard y'all with the live of Quail talking to Chrisean Daddy. Chrisean Daddy told Chrisean a new aunt on and was talking about her like a dog. Who can it be? Any motherfucking body. These people out here are cutthroat. All right? That's all I'm saying, y'all. It can be anybody. But what I do want to focus on before I let y'all go is I did pull up one video, okay? Since there was a plethora, and I've already shown y'all, I didn't show y'all this one, okay? This is a perfect example of falling out with somebody, and on Mad Day, okay, one of the bridges that you burn is going to grab a microphone, stand on a soapbox, and tell all your business, which is why I perfectly believe that someone could have leaked this, had access to a website or some type of portal that was on Chrisean's devices and had access to this information. Okay, let me go ahead and pull this up. What did you say? That's Tessa who wants the restaurant. Yeah, that's the one who wants the restaurant. You guys, I don't know any good candidates. Like I'm gonna rest on Carlissa, and you guys may think I'm wrong, but to me, I see her with her other grandchildren, and this is about the children, y'all. It's not about if you agree with Carlissa. It's not about, you know, if she was a good mother 20 years ago. It's not about her sharp tongue and her quick wit and how she can get on your nerves, but yet at the same time you want to be her homegirl. You know, it's not because of her beauty or her booty. It's about the children and how she interacts with them. And I love the way she interacts with her grandchildren. She may not have it all together. She may not be perfect, but the fuck, she's the best candidate. And if we are looking at the lesser of 5, 10 evils, we better roll with Carlissa. Okay? We better roll with Carlissa. Now, I can't speak for the other family members because there are older family members that we don't know about that barely speak. So we can't really speak on the whole Dorsey Malone clan. But from the ones that have touched our, you know, social media, not so much. Not so much. The way y'all be going at each other, not so much. No. You said, I thought she was just with Sky on an island. I don't know, y'all. Hard head makes it soft. You know what? Thank you so much, Annie Oakley, for coming through with the words of wisdom, y'all. Words of wisdom. Some sayings and phrases that we use stand the test of time for a motherfucking reason, okay? She just left Tessa so fast. Is Tessa selling them plates? Girl, you remember with the selling of the plates, remember it was supposed to be like an impromptu lives that they were going to keep doing, or some type of promotion that they were going to keep doing until they actually opened up the official restaurant. They gave up before they even gave up. Well, maybe Chrisean gave up on her sister before, you know, but a lot of times when people are like that, they run around and they give empty promises. Because remember, Blueface warned us about this. He was telling us of her character and how she moves and the choices that she makes early on. And we wasn't even paying attention. Some of y'all was, though. Some of y'all was chin checking me way back. Okay, so some of us wasn't listening to it because some of y'all was. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna front. You say they don't like the kids with according to the records, they have bad records. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, Chastity could never, right? She got a CPS case. China probably got a record. What about Taseki has child violation charges against her from her own nephew and yours truly, Chrisean Rock. Y'all. This is a circus. Can you see the never-ending madness? All right, you guys, I'm going to break up this little party that we're having because we're going in circles. And I'm going to bring up this video of Jay. Okay? You guys go ahead and take a listen to what Jay had to say. And I'll get back to the comments, guys. Hold on. Because Jay is just one of the many that has burned, that Chrisean has burned bridges with, who has come back to slap her in the face, okay, and drag her through the gutter lane, all right? Through the gutter lane. Hold on, you guys. Let's go ahead and bring this up. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys smash that like button, share out this live. We are on the road to 10K, and you guys are helping me to get there. Thank you so much for getting me back into the monetization. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Now, it hasn't been verified yet, because if it was, I would have a store and all the shenanigans, okay? But we are working on it, y'all. I have to delete enough videos. I have over 250 videos. I have to go through them and delete almost damn near all of them so that I will not violate the reuse content, okay? So that's why it's so important that we play by the YouTube rules. And I'm going to pull up this video, you guys. Hold on. And this is of Jay talking, y'all. Hold on, guys. Let me go ahead and bring this up. Let me see. Now, remember Janet, or we used to call her Jay. This is the ex-bestie, the ex-best friend of Chrisean. And she had a little something to say, okay? She had a little something to say. Not only did she say Chrisean Rock is dirty, and we've heard that before, right? Remember Persuasive and a few other people. I mean, just recently, the dentist said her feet stank. Now, why would your dentist say your feet stink? Why on God's green earth would your dentist just blurt out your feet stink if your feet didn't stink? Right? And a hit dog will holler, and she sure did holler. But let's go ahead and get into this, you guys. And I'm just going to bring this up. Hold on, let me take this down. Let me get some water. Okay, you guys, now in this video, Jay calls out, you know, rock fans. And she also goes on to say that she's never been a bad friend, right? She goes on to say some other things about Chrisean, including that she's a backstabber, which is never a good quality to have as a friend, right? When someone is to say that. And you know, when Chrisean went to jail is when really people started to come out and started talking, okay? And she became, in one of the instances that she's about to explain, which is so cutthroat, and this is why I say this is ruthless behavior. This is why I say this is ruthless behavior, okay? It's because Jay claims that Chrisean became friends on purpose with the very girl that Jay's boyfriend cheated on her with. Now, I want you guys to let that soak in, okay? Imagine that you have a best friend, and your best friend, and you have a boyfriend. You have a best friend and a boyfriend, and your boyfriend cheats on you with some floozy, and your best friend brings that floozy to your house or wherever they were at, to your house, to her house, to the little shindig, to the kickback, to whatever the fuck y'all be doing. And she brings your ops the very floozy, the very horror, the very BI that your boyfriend just, you see that word J-U-S-T? Not last year, not last night, not 2 years ago. But he just cheated with her. And you gonna bring her to the kickback, to the barbecue, and be kicking it with the girl. Best friends with the girl. Okay? Y'all over there trading war stories. Meanwhile, you are humiliating your best friend, Janet, treat her any old kind of way. I think that's a low down, dirty shame. But guess what? I'm going to let her tell it. I'm going to let her tell it. Let's go.
I do in a day-to-day, and that slows you to the max or whatever, because you already did that with me in person. Like, the person literally was exposing me in my face in front of me, and I'd be like, bro, do you guys remember that live when she was like, she went home with Boosie, da 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 da, and I was like, damn. And then do you guys remember that live with Ruby? Okay, so why do you think me and Ruby still follow each other? Because some people like that should not be exposing you on live or anything like that. It's like, you guys got to see the people that are actually still following me and the people that still actually fuck with me. It's like, those are the people that are not followers. And you guys just got to see that for what it is. It's like, yeah. I'm just saying. Okay, it's almost 3 o'clock. No, I gotta be ready by 3 because I need to go to this interview. I need to get some lashes. Nah, I'm gonna go natural because they love natural. Lame. Right, they are lame. Your hair looks cute. Thank you. Yeah, but you can't be around people that backstab you in person already, and then they can be mad when you do it back to them on live. And it's like, you're mad because I went on live, but you actually tarnished my relationships in real life. And then brought a bitch over. Let's not forget, you brought a bitch over that was fucking my ex, and you became her best friend, and you was getting ready with her. And then I was grieving, crying that my ex-boyfriend was cheating on me with this bitch, and you bring her over the house and you think it's funny. Like, that's not a friend. Like, you guys think that's a real friend? Like, come on. I dealt with a lot of stuff. Sky told me one life. And then brought a bitch over. Let's not forget, you brought a bitch over that was fucking my ex, and you became her best friend, and you was getting ready with her. And then I was grieving, crying that my ex-boyfriend was cheating on me with this bitch, and you bring her over the house and you think it's funny. Like, that's not a friend. Like, you guys think that's a real friend? Like, come on. I dealt with a lot of stuff. Sky told me one time that Chrisean told her to lie that my ex-boyfriend was cheating on me. And then Sky did see him one time in person too. So I was like, okay, thank you, Sky, for telling me the truth. Thank you for telling me that she told you to lie. And then thank you for telling me that you actually did see him one time in person. And then just the top of the cherry was when she brought that girl over to me and thinking that I would be friends with her and like just cool with it. I think that's weird. And then that's why I'm just like, why do you guys think I'm the bad friend? If I did like good by that person so much, even put my life on pause. And not saying that I didn't have a life, like I could still continue my life. That's why I'm able to provide for myself and continue my life with my medical field and all that, because I had already put myself in a position. I already knew who I was and where I was going and what I wanted to do. So it's like, y'all keep saying I'm the bad friend.
Y'all see how low down and trifling Chrisean was to her? And I believe her. I believe her. See, this ties into what the sisters were saying. I don't know which one. I'm so damn confused right now. But you remember how they were saying how they like to sleep with each other's man and try to flirt with each other's man and, you know, try to, and remember one of the reasons why allegedly that Taseki kicked out Chrisean, because remember Chrisean and Petey went to go live with Taseki for a minute. And remember Taseki kicked her out because that she thought that she was trying to get with her man or flirt with her man or something like that. But word is, remember that Taseki's man was Chastity's ex, And she took him and slept, and she had babies by Chastity's ex. Y'all remember that? But then I also played you guys a video the other day of Chastity saying that and letting us know and explaining that Chrisean could not spend the night at Tateki's house. She had to sleep outside. She had to sleep on the porch. She had to sleep here, there, and everywhere. So, like I said, y'all, you will be discombobulated if you even try to figure out the family dynamics and the shenanigans and just the dysfunction and the madness and mayhem that these people bring to these internet streets every day. But this is how they operate. It's coming from more than one source. So there has to be some truth to it. But did you guys know that Marsh and Chrisean fought? You guys remember the day when Blueface busted down the door and went in there and got Chrisean Jr. and brought him out with no shoes, no pants, no jacket, no hat, no bib. Remember? No socks. Remember? And then he crashed on the freeway and was standing out there looking crazy, like a sawed-off bastard holding his child. Remember that? Okay, but when he went in there, I don't know if he busted down the window, but remember he had busted down the like the cabinets or something like that. Remember how Chrisean had explained? He busted down the door. Blah, blah, blah. Well, apparently, allegedly, not even allegedly, she about to tell y'all that Marsh and Chrisean fought. Y'all want to find out how it ended? Let's go. I'm gonna let Jay tell it. I'm gonna let Jay tell it, y'all. I'm gonna let Jay tell it. Let's go.
I could still continue my life. That's why I'm able to provide for myself and continue my life with my medical field and all that, because I had already put myself in a position. I already knew who I was and where I was going and what I wanted to do. So it's like, y'all keep saying I'm the bad friend. I was never the bad friend. I did sacrifice so much. I remember one time that person wanted me to take off my outfit because their boyfriend said I looked good in it. I thought that was weird. There was one time that person said that they had a dream about me having sex with their boyfriend. I think that's weird. That's a personal problem. Yeah, just a lot of envious that I saw even towards me. I'm just like, I'm your friend. Why would you even see me in that way or whatever? So it's like, once I start playing those cards again, it's like, you guys are mad that I'm playing the same cards that were dealt to me. Y'all mad because a bitch brought a girl that I didn't fuck with in front of my face and thought it was funny. And I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna let it slide. Maybe you're just immature or you want this drama in your life. I don't. And then that's where Kayvon really came in, and he was like, damn, your friend really be playing you like that? Like, I see it. I heard her talk about you, how she be talking about you at Marsh. Like, I don't think that's cool. I don't even know why you're here. Like, just people, like, when she went to jail.
Now tell me that ain't now tell me that's not believable. She's sitting up here talking about people behind their back, but then you call them your best friends. This is what we see every time her and her sisters go back and forth on Mad Day. Not gonna lie. This is why this is so believable, because we see this unfolding. We see this every day. And it matches and it makes sense. And it's more than one person. You have to take that into consideration. It holds weight. We're not going to ignore anything that holds weight. This holds weight. Her story holds weight. Why? Because we have actions, we have videos, we have clips, we have lives, we have the words coming out of the mouths of the very people that they are speaking of. Those are receipts, guys. All right? That's social proof. Chrisean, they know this is true. Everyone can see that that baby has medical issues. It is sad family members letting this girl do this to this baby. What's up, Chronic? Welcome, welcome. And you know what? Although that is sad and true at the same time, we have heard these family members tell her not to drink. And I think it was because some of the family members didn't want her to get rid of this baby. Is the reason why she didn't get rid of this baby. Right? I don't think she would listen in the first, even if somebody was there. I just believe that Chrisean is that impossible to deal with that she wouldn't even listen. Right? Giving credit where credit is due. Her mom did. I think it was ultimately her mother speaking to her that forced her, along with being as far as long as she was, because she was totally shocked when she found out how far along she was. Remember, she was even inquiring in there. She did not want to have this baby, but the thing is, time caught up with her. She thought she had more time than she had. And the fact that you may be pregnant by one or two men, meaning that you was juggling, baby. You was here. You know what I'm saying? It's jingling, baby. You was all over the place. You was here, you was there, and you ran out of time. She thought she was going to get there in the nick of time. She thought she was going to get there in the nick of time. But God and the universe had other plans, and it didn't work out. That's why you never lean on your own understanding. Sometimes I laugh at my own plans, but you know who else laughs at your plans? God. She thought she had it all figured out. And then karma came a knocking. And it was as the universe would have it. Why are we even having this conversation? Why are we even witnessing this? Right? We are here to spread awareness and hopefully ring the alarm so that baby, we do not want to see no baby getting taken away from their parents. First of all, we need the DNS to find out who the pappy was. Then we can take it from there. And the baby can still be taken and get the help and get enrolled and get the ball rolling. And Chrisean can still be there. Girl, you ain't got to go to jail. Ain't nothing got to happen. Just get the baby to the proper medical care. Pronto, ASAP, ahora, ahorita, now. Right? We ain't worried about you separating. You can still be there, girl. That will be up to the authorities what they do. And most of the time they try to keep the mom and you know what I'm saying? They backwards anyway. They take the babies that they lead the babies that need to be taken and take the babies that need to be left. They already backwards. They already ass backwards. The book. How many cases have we seen where you be like, why you won't take the child? They'll give it chance after chance after chance. How many stories? How many true crimes have I covered where there's a child that unfortunately loses their life because of the negligence of the system? We're picking the lesser of two evils. We are not cheering for the system. Hell no. Now there is some good in it. There's some good people, but overall, that's a shoddy setup. Okay? Real shifty. But we have to pick the lesser of two evils. At least we know they're going to get him to the doctor. You know what I'm saying? And maybe because he's a high profile $1 million baby, they may take extra precaution, extra care, right? But we've heard the horror stories that have come out of situations that have happened on their watch. So don't get too comfortable. But we're banking on it that they will get him the proper care he needs and get him to a family member. There is some decency, you guys, somewhere along the line, within the Malones, within the Dorseys. There's a lot of people that are in those families. There is somebody decent. God is working. Okay? God is working in some area of somebody's life. Okay? And it'll all come together. Maybe we can get him with family. Now, a lot of people don't think that it's Blueface's, so I'm going to really stop volunteering Carlissa because she may not be the grandmother. And if you ask me, she looked like if she ain't related, she ain't involved. That's just what she gives for me. I don't know. But let's get back into this video, you guys. You said, why would people want Jaden to get in when they said they didn't like him when she made a room in her house before they found out he wasn't Blues? People were all over them, told Rock she might hurt Junior. She ain't gonna hurt Junior. If anybody, the comeback kid is Jaden. We just have to see if she's gonna hold up under pressure. Everybody's good when he's behind bars. You know what I'm saying? But when the dick slanging man, the womanizer, the hero himself, the ringmaster, bring his ass home, that's going to be the real test. Okay? That's going to be the real test. We're going to see if we can hold her feet up to the fire, because the real comeback kid and the one who looks like she's finally clicked and got it, and usually around the age of 25 is when you get your third eye and you start looking at things a little bit differently. And I think that has happened for Jaden, especially with the time away from Blueface. But we've seen her go back under again and again, like a surfboard attached to the surfer's leg, right? It goes down, but bloop, there it is, back again, attached right at the leg. So we've seen them go back and forth, both of them. But if I were to give the comeback kid award to anybody, it would be to Jaden. And kudos to you, bitch. All right, congratulations, because I feel you've come a long way. But the real test is when he gets out, girl. Be strong and hold on, okay? Don't put your life in these weird niggas' hands, baby. All right? Don't do it. Because remember, they are not mad because we in their Kool-Aid. They mad because we know the flavor. So, girl, when he get out, know the flavor. Know don't go backwards. All right? Let's get into this, all right? But at the end of the day, I said that to say I don't believe her nature that she would hurt that baby. I really don't. She has children of her own. I believe that back and forth with her, and I mean, of course, she wants to take jabs. You know what I'm saying? And they're using names like homewrecker and backstabber and soul snatcher. You know what I'm saying? And she was a homewrecker, because if I'm not mistaken, Blueface and Jaden were together, and she knew they were together. There are several videos of her talking on Jaden. Okay, so what comes around goes around. Let's get back to this video, guys.
They started telling me all the things that she would say about me. So it's like, I'm just not being quiet anymore. And that's what y'all mad about, is because I was always quiet when I was getting mistreated, or like if somebody was mad at me or anything like that, or if we ever did get into an argument. It's like I never spoke about anything. So it's like, now that I'm really being an Aries and what Aries really is, it's like y'all really be mad. So it's like, why is y'all mad that I'm happy, that I'm trying to be happy on my life, and y'all still just keep saying all this shit? It is like, right, speak the truth. What people? The people online just, I don't even know what y'all talking about. It's like, what? Or it's like just certain little things that you guys say, like about another person that I had like intimacy or whatever, just like certain shit like that. It just be like, oh, my ex-best friend told y'all, because that's the only person I ever told. So it's like little secrets that I only told that person are being exposed on the internet, and you guys are telling me right here, right now. It's like, that's how I know that person be talking about me, and like I don't really be like, I don't care. I just be entertaining it because you guys are in my face saying the things that only that person knows. yes, that person has been bothering me because you guys are on here bothering me, telling me things that only that person knows. So it's like, that person is talking about me. You guys are just in denial. And that person, it thinks they're too famous or whatever. It's like, okay. Like, you sending your little friends to come talk shit to me when you could just call my phone. You blocked me because when I texted you, you had me blocked. You sent me a message and then you wasn't even mature to have the whole conversation of why all that went down or like anything happened. Like, you weren't grown enough to have a conversation with me. So it's like, Jay not a fighter, so should we know the situation have da 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 da? Exactly, I'm not a fighter. Yeah. But y'all care about me because y'all be on here, so shout out to Marge. Shout out to Marge, for real. Mm-hmm. But I still fought. Exactly. I still fought. I still stood my ground. Like, I'm not scared to fight a person. I think there was one time where me and Chrisean, I kicked her out of my house because she had left a sandwich on the chair. Like, I literally had made her food. And she has the audacity to take a bite of the sandwich and put it on the couch. Well, I give her a plate with it. And I'm just like, bro, can you at least clean after yourself? Like, yeah, I got an attitude because I work so hard for my apartment, you know, just for somebody to come into my apartment and just treat it like nasty. Like, I came from a nasty environment. So that's why I was irritated. Like, bro, you can at least take care of, like, I'm providing here. I'm putting food in the fridge. I'm taking care of you. I'm taking care of whoever you bring around. And then it's like, yeah, me and her could have been fought. Is she didn't, like, I'm not scared of Chrisean. We almost had an altercation. She was just like, she knows how to pick her fights. She knows who she could be like, you know, and then, like, I don't know. I know Marge whipped that ass though. What else y'all want to talk about? Because I'm really not scared of anybody, like, for real. I used to fight my brothers. I used to fight with my exes. So it's like, y'all think I'm scared of a girl. I fought her older sister, someone that she's scared of. She's like, what the fuck is y'all really saying? And then Marge beat her up. So I'm just like, all right. All right. So is it almost 3? I'm waiting for my interview. Yeah, Marsh really put her in the cabinets that Blue ripped apart. And Kayvon had to stop them. And then she came back inside for a second round, and then Marsh put her down again. And I'm just like, bro, you really think you could just beat anybody up? And it was like, why is you fighting Marsh when it was really my fault? And I kept saying it was my fault. So I didn't get that either. Like, I think she just wanted to fight somebody and hurt somebody for her mistakes. What else? I'm just talking because ain't nobody gonna say shit. I am though. Everybody's scared to talk because everybody just be like, oh, what if the future? What if, bitch, there ain't no what if, there ain't no us, there ain't no nothing. You looking real corny. Okay, bitch, I love corn. I really don't care. Obviously, I ain't got nothing to lose. I already lost my dad. So it's like, what do y'all really think I'm scared about? Like, to lose my life? I'd rather go with my dad. But I'm happy. Like I'm not sad. Like, I'm actually a happy person. I'm in love. I pray every day. I have my brothers. I have my real friends. I have nobody talking shit behind my back and backstabbing me and using me anymore. Yeah, and I don't really care to talk about anything. Like, I could be open as much as, like, cloud chaser. If I was cloud chasing, I'd be cloud chasing a Hispanic person, because Hispanic people have way more followers than that person that you think. So I'm ready to collaborate with some Spanish artists, because they be having like 100, like some Cardi B shit. I need that. I need that. I need a Cardi B collaboration. I need all that. Like, if you guys didn't notice, like, Hispanics are just way more popping. Like, Cardi B, Chrisean, come on. And then you was a home wrecker. So it's like, you try to home wreck Cardi B shit because you want to be like her. So it's like, what did you say? You left your earring or your ring on purpose so Cardi could see it? Oh yeah, that's when I went all out. That's when I was like, we committing adultery now? Oh girl, that's not God. That's how I knew how to cut people off. And I didn't even go that day because she kept saying, I'm gonna go da da da. And I was like, no, why? I love Cardi. Why would you do that? No. And then what the fuck happened? Bitch, we all looking for Gershon and this bitch over there. And she left us. And I was like, damn, you left us for some dick that's not even yours and that's married? That's crazy. But yeah, I don't hang out with homewreckers. I don't hang out with people that are soul snatchers. I do not hang around with anything that does not go under my morals anymore.
Now, those are some pretty descriptive words that she is describing. People don't just use those words every day to describe somebody. Okay. Now she was stubborn. She was, she was too adamant, too difficult. You know, she would get an attitude easily. She was messy. I never liked how she would eat and then put her dishes in the sink. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, she would drink the juice and then just leave the carton in the refrigerator. That's one of my pet peeves. That's how you explain if you're, it's the negatives about somebody. You don't go around describing people as soul snatchers and home wreckers. Like what? She is a soul snatcher? Listen to the words that she's using to describe her, not only her friendship, but her experience with Chrisean. When somebody is using words like soul snatcher and home wrecker to describe you, I think we have a problem. I really, really think we have a problem, right? Those were some harsh yet descriptive words that put you in the mind frame of sinister, if you ask me. Water is free. Water is free, you guys. Musty, dusty rock. Young and ruthless and toothless creature. What is up? What is up, B Lady Raw Love? Welcome, 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 Annie Oakley. You are right. Water is free. Yes, Ronnie ate that. Tareen, yeah, he did. Y'all. Yeah. Oh, her hungry behind one of that man's cereal, I hollered. And someone made some good points in here because this is exactly what happened. That's why she got kicked out. I think Tata said that she kept saying she was going to send money for that baby, Marsh. Remember when Marsh went to go pick Chrisean Jr. up from the courthouse? She used what she could, but she had her own child and she kept on texting. She kept on trying to reach out to Chrisean, like, girl, I need some money. Girl, if you want me to keep my money, I need some money. Girl. I think eventually either her family came and got her, and then eventually Smiley ended up with the baby with Junior. If you guys remember how that went, but this is exactly what happened. She kept saying she was going to send money for the baby, and she never sent it, and she didn't have enough for her son and to take care of her baby and to take care of her own baby. So that's how the baby, I think, ended up with Chastity or one of the sisters, and then it ended up with Smiley. So you were totally right with that. That's exactly what happened. Yeah, y'all. This is what's going on. You said Chrisean is 25 years old and actually active. She's real grown. She's never wrong and only cares when it's making her look bad. Yeah, exactly. She's a full-blown liar. And remember that Blueface warned us about her. Let me let her go ahead and finish so I can finish so she can finish her thought and I can give you everything that she said, you guys. And then I'll show you a clip of Blueface letting us know and telling us about her. Okay? Let's go. Let's go. I put my hands on both of them at the barbecue. Exactly. They knew she wasn't ish when they fought her blood sister for her. Yeah, and somebody mentioned that they didn't know that Carlissa had some black eyes. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if the video is still up. You guys can go and see the fight. It will be kind of a throwback. Before I delete most of the videos, because y'all, I was just posting videos and lives. I wasn't saying nothing and shit. But you guys, if you guys want to go back to the hood like K Swiss, I do have the video. It should say it in the title of the fight. Okay, so you guys can at least see the fight with Calloway and how she was swinging her around and slinging her. And Calloway's boyfriend at the time also got knocked out. He's on the ground. So if you guys want to watch that video, I still have it up. Okay. Yeah, so let's go ahead and let me let her finish her thought. And then I'll get into this other video of Blueface before I let y'all go. Because remember, he kept saying, who's going to watch the baby? We didn't know he meant it literally. We did not know he meant it literally.
And if you're my friend, you got to be under my morals, because that's what I learned for real. Like, you can't, like, it's got to stop there. Like, I know sometimes you guys might think, oh, my friend is just, they're going to change. They're going to change. They're going to change. No, choose friends that fall under your morals. That's all I'm saying. So if you ever start to find new friends and be like, I like that friend, but I don't like this about them. Take that into consideration. Like, really, for real, take that into consideration. Crack is whack. And that's why we got to stop people from having crack when they're in the, like, girl, I want to say so much, but I can't. But yeah, it's almost, I got 30 more minutes. I got this interview to go to, and I'm going to be talking more. It's an interview that you talk a lot. So you guys might like this, because I'm already talking about some other stuff that I'm talking about on here. So y'all going to like that. Y'all going to eat that bitch up, because
Okay, you guys, that was the video. What you guys think about what she said? And, how we are putting the pieces of the puzzle together, because it makes sense. It makes sense. There are so many different sources that are coming out and saying similarly the same thing. They're echoing each other. So you guys let me know what y'all think about this whole situation. Do you think that somebody may have gotten to a website that Chrisean was on? And the reason why I'm saying that is because that is what they're saying, which I believe there's some truth to it. Like, they're telling us this and they know that it's true, but they're leaving it like a little cliffhanger. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe that they know who it was. Now, remember, the details about that was, let me see, hold on. The details about that was that Junior was laying on a sink with blood and poop in his diaper. And it also showed a big bloody blister, like a hernia, and it had a big bloody blister on it. Now, this coincides, it goes right with this Freudian slip that I'm going to call it, right? You speaking the truth. You didn't need to correct yourself because guess what? It makes sense. When she says something like this online,
he pooped through the. That's so close again. He blooded up. I say blood. He pooped through the. That's so close again. He blooded up. I say blood. He pooped through the. That's so close again. He blooded up. I say blood. He pooped through the. Close again. He blooded up. I say blood. He pooped through the. That's so close again. He blooded up. I say blood. He pooped through the. That's so close again. He blooded up. I say blood. He pooped through the. That's so close again. He blooded up. I say blood. He pooped through the.
So you guys heard that, right? And it all ties together, y'all. And remember in the beginning when she brought Junior home, remember Junior was on oxygen. Remember that snapshot of the oxygen that Junior was on allegedly? But we did see the little oxygen machine, remember? Remember that? That's crazy, you guys. Thank you guys so much for showing up and showing out. Thank you guys for being in the chat. We are just seeing your POV and seeing what you guys are thinking about this whole situation. Sweet Diva says she is so nasty. Sky is shady too. Yeah, you know, when they were in that studio with their children and, you know, people, anybody that cosigns, any of these flying monkeys, any of these yes men, any of these people that are hanger-oners and just go along to get along, y'all need to be ashamed of yourself. You guys need to be ashamed of yourself because everybody has a price and your price is pretty low. Your price is pretty low because what are you guys gaining from this? In watching this child suffer. That is weird. No way would a strong woman want to be friends with a 304 who smashed my man. Exactly. Exactly. It is weird. Yes. That's nasty swapping spit. Let me see what you say. Let me blow your mind with this. I was watching a live of this psychic, and she said that the Mama Charlie and Eugene are actually brother and sister. Oh my God. Anything is possible, y'all. We know the history of what they've told us because guess what? China, you ain't got to write a book, girl. All we got to do is put together a compilation of all the videos that you done did and all the lives where you spilled your guts. Okay, and all of the dark bones and family secrets that you have supplied us with, girl. We don't need no book. We don't need no book. Okay, all we got to do is follow the breadcrumbs. That's all we got to do. You said, wait till Rock destroys Siki or Sky. You said, wait till Rock destroys Sky. Somebody said they ain't talking, like they ain't seen him hang out ever since. I don't blame Tifa one bit. Now, Taseki over there living her best life with her house, but you remember China called her out, talking about tell everybody how you live every day. Went on ahead and posted, I guess, some kind of screenshot saying that she owed and she was evicted. Girl, why would you do that to your sister? And even though we like the tea, we could have did without it. We weren't asking for that. That's nothing that we requested. You know, you guys can leave some stuff to the imagination and we'll do just fine. We don't want to know everything. Yes, we want to know the tea. Yes, we're like, what? Ooh, when? Ooh, let me see that. Ooh, yeah. Yes, that's human curiosity. That's human behavior. Okay? And when you think of it in its totality, everybody wants to be a part of something. But do we really want to know everything? All the details? No, girl. Leave something to the imagination. And what I mean by that is don't go online putting your family out there like that. You guys spilled so much tea that somebody could be incarcerated. That's just taking it too far. That's just taking it too far. That just shows the ruthlessness. Yep. They fought the day Chrisean found out she was pregnant. We cannot ignore what is right in our faces, y'all. We cannot ignore this. He said, Chastity said, that's not her ex, and showed a picture of a different man, but it looked like the same man. It looked like the same man. I remember that. Y'all don't remember? It looked like the same man to me. But I don't know. Yeah, I wish somebody, you said, I want somebody to do a deep dive into the grandparents of Chrisean. Oh, Christian or Chrisean. And then, yeah, LOL, I believe her too for some reason. Yeah, y'all, it's crazy. But you guys remember, hold on, let me bring this down. Now, this is what we own, y'all, because Captain Obvious is alive and well. Okay? Don't let me bring Captain Obvious up here. Don't let me bring Captain Obvious up here. They fought when Chrisean had that pink sweatsuit on. That was on the side of the road. There was a video of it. Oh, okay. Who fought? And what pink sweatsuit? Because she had a couple pink sweatsuits. You talking about lately? Because I remember she had a pink sweatsuit when she got her paternity test. But you talking about the other pink sweatsuit where she was hanging out the window with her ratchet ass friends? That's what you talking about when she was hanging out the window with her ratchet ass friends, huh? You say, yeah, Rock says she fought Marsh that night because she said Marsh gave what? Oh, Blue the baby. Oh, they fought? I didn't know that though. I didn't know that, y'all. I didn't even know that. But we all remember when that scene where she was with her family and she was saying, I'll just get rid of it tomorrow. You know, no problem. You know, she was like, it's not gonna hurt me. What, bitch? It's not gonna hurt you, but it's going to hurt your baby. That's one of the most devastating things she could have said that my ears heard her say. Like, shit's crazy.
What's a red flag in a relationship?
If they phone always face down, even in church, that's a setup, bruh.
He needs a fresh start. He knows that. He needs a fresh start. He had no intentions on moving there. He's not moving there. That's why his father's there. But he didn't have no intentions on moving to that house. Blue is probably going to get a condo and just chill out for a minute.
What's a red flag in a relationship?
If they always talking about protecting their peace, but they the loudest drama in the room, that ain't peace. That's PR.
And be to himself. Where somewhere where he could take the kids, where nobody is playing them type of games.
Girl, when he always at his homie house? Yeah, okay.
So I don't think he had no intentions on going there regardless. That's from what he said to me. So,
I'm not here to please anybody. I'm here to be seen.
Whoever wants to live there, it's, you know, it's our family shelter, he said. That's the family shelter.
She said it's not what it looks like, but baby, you wearing what it looks like. I see the truth with or without these eyes.
Anybody that needs a stepping stone or a place to go, that's the family shelter. That's what he originally bought it for, was the family. And that's what it's used for, the family shelter. And I'm not saying his daddy is over there because he needs shelter. His daddy is over there making sure that everything stay where it's supposed to stay. But that's the family shelter. So if you end up going there, that's your stepping stone place. That should be used for you to get on your feet, and that's it. So if there's anybody in our family that needs a place to stay, that's where he'll send you.
All her best friends, the bros, just know she the group chat.
Just be going through a whole lot of emotions, Chrisean, because one day I'm with you, and then the next day you just wholly change. Like, I fuck with Chrisean. Like, Chrisean, I ain't gonna lie, you got all my respect for sure. You make me go through so much mixed emotions. Like, I don't understand it, bro. This shit gotta be scripted, man.
He swear he loyal, but his thumb know every girl on Instagram. Don't tell me you love me as show your algorithm.
Shorty always taking a break, but never taking accountability.
If he always talking about his peace, but he the one bringing all the chaos, bitch, be for real, you the problem.
Blanket. Junior ain't have no coat. Junior ain't have no hoodie. It's cold as shit outside on Black Friday. It was cold as shit outside. Junior's out there with nothing, man. He ain't got no blanket. He ain't got no heater. He ain't had no stroller. And it's concerning when people are keep excusing this baby boy's health with a messed up individual. People are sitting here making it seem like it's okay for the way that this girl is treating Junior. This girl dead wrong. She's not addressing this kid's health. She's not taking, but Junior ain't had no blanket. Junior ain't had no coat. Junior ain't had no hoodie. Junior.
I apologize, y'all. I am back. And you guys heard what Ronnie had to say, y'all. You guys, at the end of the day, we don't really know what's going on. But with all the new developments, everything that's leaking every day, I definitely say anything is possible. Everybody has become a super sleuth when it comes to what's going on with Junior. Let me take this down, you guys. Hold on. And you guys are going crazy in the comments. I want to thank everybody so much for their input, for their point of view, and just blowing up the chat. It was so lit, y'all. I appreciate you guys. Let me see what this picture is. Let me make sure I covered everything. Yeah, we pretty much covered everything in here. But like I said, when it comes down, to what's going on with Junior, and rightfully so, because his mother continues to think that just because she says my son is fine and mind your own business, that we're all supposed to turn around and put down our pitchforks and our flaming sticks and turn around and go home. Girl, no, that's not how it goes. Now, when you guys look at this, I want you guys to understand that the pictures and the videos that have been shown to law enforcement, they have been shown to law enforcement allegedly. All right? They have been shown to law enforcement allegedly. But if you ask me, I feel like somebody from her inner circle that she fell out with. It may even be somebody right now in her inner circle. All right. But what I do want to say is either somebody she fell out with or someone who is currently close to her. Whoever the person was close enough that she trusted them enough to let them into her inner circle. And it's possible that they could have gotten access to perhaps a website that maybe she left open, maybe that she had access to, maybe they saw her looking on it. Okay. And they got in it themselves and decided to leak this information. But like I said, allegedly, the pictures were shown to law enforcement. Apparently, they are of Junior laying on a sink. You know, who could have had the opportunity? And I'm sure people that watched Junior, because remember, you guys remember when Marsh used to be like she got paid $1,000 an hour to watch Chrisean Jr.? Remember that? Which I found out, I think someone said it's not true. But at the same time, they would have had to have changed his diaper, right? So somebody knew. Smiley, remember how she came and got Junior at one time or another while Chrisean was locked up? I'm pretty sure she had to change the diaper. What? Every 2 hours or so, you're supposed to change a child's diaper. So it's not uncommon for someone who's watching somebody's baby for longer than 3 hours, you're going to have a diaper change. So that leaves it open for a few people, at least a handful of people, right, y'all? I don't know what's going on, but just to know that perhaps she didn't even go get that second surgery, and the extent that Blueface thought that he had to go through to get her to take that baby to that appointment. Now, you know that Chrisean, she ain't going to be able to fight the world. All right? She is not going to be able to fight the world. She's not. She's not going to be able to go against the people that are rallying to help get Junior medical care. Nobody wants to see a child, and I have to say this again, nobody wants to see a child being taken from their mother, but we do want that child to get the help that it needs, okay? And the palliative care is dire. To me, it's a dire emergency that Chrisean Jr. get his medical help that he needs. And this is gaining momentum. I just showed you guys a whole compilation of videos of people that are saying that these may be, what did they say? Absent seizures, y'all, which are kind of subtle seizures. Not the grandma seizure, not the traditional seizure that we would associate when we see somebody having a seizure, where you have to put something in their mouths, they may swallow their tongue. We were even taught that in school. Well, some of us, you know. But you guys understand, you guys are picking up what I'm putting down. Okay, at the end of the day. And that he is having these seizures all day with no medical help. She up here sounding like a whole soundboard playing peekaboo, and your child is like really like, what? It perhaps possibly could be going through these type of seizures is insanity to me. You know? That's all I'm saying, y'all. You said, I feel the docs called CPS on Rock the first time, but she said CPS was called because Blue posted that pic of Junior. Oh, she said the case was closed. If so, it's because she took him to surgery. Oh, yep. Now that may be something to look into. Yeah, I do remember that. Off topic, but Turner TV passed away. Who is that? Who's Turner TV? I mean, rest in peace, but is that a popular YouTuber? Turner TV? That's sad to hear. I'm sorry, Turner TV. I don't know who that is, though. But who is that, Miss Lady? Is that somebody who was a YouTuber? A popular YouTuber? OMG. Somebody says, are you serious? Yeah. Oh, you guys must know the person. I'm sorry to hear that. I was wondering what happened to that man. Who is Turner TV? Somebody said, how? They're saying natural causes. Okay. Wow, guys. Oh, okay. Prostate and diabetes. Well, you know, prayers going up to whoever passed away. Somebody's asking what's his real name. Rest in peace to Turner TV, man. Oh, he was 42 years old. Okay, so prayers going up for Turner TV, you guys. But you guys let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. And again, like I said, this has already gained momentum. This is going to be a power to be reckoned with. The good guys always win, but assholes live forever, guys. So do what you will with this information. I just wanted to bring it to you, and yeah, I will see you guys on the next video. Okay, this is really, really sad, you guys. It really is. It is really, really sad. It's really, really sad. I really don't know what else to say. Junior needs to see an ear, nose, and throat doc because the links is dealing with the lungs. Oh, okay. That's one of the docs on the list that he needs to see. Oh, really? That's what it is? Let me see. The angel is, you said that angel is and has been in danger since conception. It's not fair to him. Let me bring it up one more time before I leave, y'all, because I can just bring up the screenshot. Let me bring up the screenshot of it. Hold on. So we can kind of see, y'all. Because he's saying one of the specialists on here is one of the doctors. So you guys see it was fetal alcohol syndrome. It was a neonatal abstinence. And I looked these up already, you guys. I don't want to bore you and keep like being repetitive, but we already looked these up yesterday. Seizure disorder, spasticity, cortical visual impairment is where something in the brain that messes with the what is it, the message between, you know, how you see in your brain. So it's not necessarily that it's affecting the eyes and that he's blind in that way, but whatever in your brain that works towards your visual is impaired in some way. Okay. And all of these things are linked to fetal alcohol syndrome, drug abuse, specifically opioids, specifically white girl, snow, you know what I'm saying, nose candy. The specialists that are here, we went over those two as well. All right. Pulmonology, ophthalmology, gastroenterology, cardiology, otolaryngology, orthopedic, and neurology. Okay. And this is what we went through. Pregnancy was complicated because of no prenatal care. And remember, urinary drug test, I think UDS stood for that or something like that. Urinary drug sample or something like that. Tested positive for opioids, cocaine, and some other things. All right. So I showed you guys this. I just wanted to bring this up because somebody else brought it up. But yeah, y'all, that is all that I have. You guys let me know what you guys think about all this. Make sure that you smash that like button. Share out this live, you guys. And if you guys are feeling the vibe, go ahead and subscribe. We would love to have you. Again, they are not mad because we're all in their Kool-Aid. They're mad because we know the flavor. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I will see you guys on the next live. Until next time, America. See you guys later.
Get to work. She like I'm already that's a twerk. So now I'm vibing my head to the instrumental, thinking about my next check, cause the next sex is incredible. I got work and wordplay all week grinding. I do it from Friday to Thursday. Hit green higher than when I be sipping the merch straight, cause green Fetty and Jawsy be getting the work late.
got work. I got work.